there's an old saying that I rather like. It's love the art in yourself and not yourself in the art, or something like that. No, don't say that part. Just just the first part.
I've been coming to the Actors Place for about 1.5 years now, and I just happened on it. I was looking for agents in the area, and I happened on this one site and said, we only take people who are professional, and we suggest you go to the Actors Place. So I looked it up and called Keith, and he said, well, we just started a beginner's class, you can come over. And the thing that I noticed about him from the second he started was how passionate he is about teaching. And he believes in us so much that it just makes you do better. It just makes you go that extra step and try to be the best you can be, like the Army, I guess. But I've never seen anyone be so passionate about what he does.
I wear my, look, I love acting. I love what actors do. I wear that passion on my shirt sleeve, sometimes perhaps a little too much. But I think that's an important thing for people to see. I don't think people have enough contact with actors who love the craft of acting. Everybody wants to be an actor because they all think it's easy, and good actors make it look easy. But you know, people get into a class and they find it's not happening for them quickly, they get discouraged. And they have to understand that's part of the process.
Actually, a conversation that I had with Keith really changed my life. It was at Kelly's, and it was just, Kelly's is like this little tavern place across the street where we sometimes go and have drinks, and I said, you know what, Keith, I just don't think I can be an actor because I'm not talented. I'm just really not amazingly talented. And he looked at me and he said, you're not. He goes, what do you mean by talent? Those people that have overactive imaginations and they just go up there and they have the ability to really connect with the audience, the ability to just blow you away. He's like, is that what you mean by talent? And I'm like, yeah, that's what I mean by talent. He's like, you don't have that. He's like, there's only one thing that you have that nobody else has, and that's you. That's you being you. And that's what you bring to the table. And I didn't really get that at that moment. But as I started to learn Meisner and I started to really listen to what Keith had to say, and I really started to work those techniques, what he said to me there is what I solely began to rely on in my scene work. And the more I was myself, the more that I was me, the better my scenes were, and the more people were coming up to me telling me I was talented and how amazing I was. I mean, really, I wasn't amazing. I was just being myself.
Acting is doing. I didn't say that. Meisner said that. I do tend to use bizarre and abstract metaphors in class. Usually I just pull them out of my ass, which sometimes confuses them, but every once in a while there's a real nugget of wisdom in there. But never ever say that you're pulling a nugget out of your ass, because that goes no place good. That's always bad. Of wisdom, that's okay.
I talked to Keith on the phone, and it's funny because his voice was just so inviting, like, come in and check out the first class, and if you like it, you stay. And I came in, and he was hilarious. He was so funny, and that's why I stayed, because I like funny. And I learned so much from him, from just teaching us the technique. He's amazing, and just watching the other person, and it sounds easy coming out of your mouth, but if you're so concentrated on your lines, and if you're doing it right, and if you just relax and just watch the other person and react naturally to that, then I think you got it. And
about a year ago, I decided I wanted to get into acting, and I wanted to get off on the right foot. So I started doing some research online and asking around, and pretty much all signs pointed to the Actors Place. Like I said, I've been here about a year now. I finished the beginning Meisner class, and I'm now in the scene study and voiceover class. And I've grown infinitely in this past year. I'm constantly amazed at how far I've come. So
learned a lot since I've been here. Just learning how to relax, how to be me. I'm not the type of person who shows a lot of emotion. and in the scene work here, I'm slowly but surely coming out of that and learning how to express some of that emotion. So it's helped a lot, even if you may not be able to see it right away, but I can feel it. I can feel the growth, and I can see the growth. And I'm a little impatient. I don't like not being great at something, but I'm working on it. He helps me out all the time. He's even giving me a couple of phone calls just to say, "Hang in there. You're doing fine. Don't worry about it." It just so happens that those type of phone calls come at the right time. Just when you need to hear something like that.
It's funny working with Keith, in that I met him for that first time and was really excited about the opportunity to work with him some more. I thought, oh, he'd be a great teacher. But what I didn't think about is, when it came down to it, he's been so much more than just a teacher. He's been a mentor, and he's been a friend. And I think that's the highest praise I can give.
I think my students have the wrong impression. It's just business to me. It's not like I'm their friend. I mean, what is that? I love the fact that the actors kind of embrace this idea of the art. They're very deep people. They're not superficial. Why the Meisner technique? Well, I think it's because I have seen people with no experience step into the field and want to be actors. And most of them have preconceived notions of what acting is all about. Acting is not emoting. Emotion is a byproduct of circumstances and of doing. And the moment people let go of both the need to emote, because that's what they always want to jump to the end product first, and the need to inform the viewer of what they're feeling, then suddenly things become natural. It's just about doing. It's just about going about the business of life. And by doing that and encountering obstacles or informing those activities with circumstances, suddenly you're not acting anymore. You're just being. And then you just happen to have some words to say. Scene. And scene. I hate that. I hate when actors do that. Actors, because we do the business of acting in a very solitary way, there is a tendency to attach validation to working or not working. And that is a lie. It's very deceptive. What needs to happen is people need to invest instead in the one thing over which they have control, and that's their craft. It's the way that they perfect what they do, so that no matter what, knowing they go into the audition, get the job or not, you've done the best job that you can do. I think that's what it really comes down to when you're talking about acting.
Story.
Sam, what the fuck, man? Get out of there.
Hey, I'm the only camera time I can get.
Table.
Hey, Keith, can I put this in my resume?
Sure. Commercial for the actors.
Hey,